You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. I am your host, dini-mussolini, and I just want to welcome you guys. Like I said, once again, we have a very special guest for tonight's episode. So it's been like 2 days since we've done a show, just taking a break for the New Year's, you know. And right off the back, I feel like I haven't done a show in like forever. Mic, like just now, the reason why there was a pause because the mic was still on mute. All right, you know, I can't take any days off when it comes to doing these shows. I just can't seem to get back into the swing of things whenever we do take a break. But we're here now, and Happy New Year's. I didn't get a chance to say it, what was that, yesterday? Yeah, or New Year's Eve. I didn't really post anything on social media. I didn't let you guys know my location or what parties I attended or even give you a word of encouragement. How selfish of me. No, really. I decided to do something different and just not say anything. Just, you know, turn off the devices and enjoy my time with loved ones. So that's what I did. I hope you guys, you know, going into this termination and all that good jazz. So there are over 29,000 of you guys right now in our chat room, on the phone lines, Google Hangouts, Skype, the browser, all the plugins that we use to run these episodes. You guys are filling them up, and I appreciate that greatly. I feel like I should just like send you guys a turkey sandwich or something. I don't know. There's no turkey for me. I'm vegan actually, but for you meat eaters, I got you. Okay? So, a life free of tension has little meaning. And I'm not like talking about tension between you and someone else, but like tension is caused when there's a difference between what you are and what you could be. Without tension, there is no possibility. Without tension, there is nothing higher to aim for. Yes, it's usually easy to relieve tension by taking the easy way out, by abandoning our dreams, by giving up, by quitting, by, just abandoning responsibilities. Though such behavior may be temporarily, to get rid of tension, it will eventually return as the pain of regret. Once we accept that tension is a part of life, it loses a bit of its grip. We make tension worse by opposing it, by fearing it, when actually it is a healthy condition to have a certain amount of tension. Just because you have tension doesn't mean it has to get to you. To live with a purpose, to aim towards a goal will bring you tension. Your tension means that you know things could be better, and it constantly drives you towards improvement. Appreciate it. Live with it and let it move you forward. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello, and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or the book, or film, or even the business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create these marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. Big ups to my folks who are indigos, crystalline, or the starseeds, for my Vigilantes audience family, for my hooligans, and shout out to my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're in a struggle like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 5 solid years. I appreciate to all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, films, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists, nominees, to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology revolutionaries, visual artists, from authors to professors, and vampires. Or people who think they're vampires. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out to book your interview or to appear on my other show called Skeptics. Email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com, and that's V as in Victor. We hope to get the stories behind these unique people and give them a chance to tell their truth to us and the universe. That is Vigilantes Radio sole purpose. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Share that number with your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. So feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, Player.fm, YouTube, any app from the Google Play or iTunes Store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired.
Well, today's interview is the Nisha Interview, and again, I'm your host, dini-mussolini. So, okay, guys, well, if anything, I can personally hope that we learn a ton from this interview. The mind of Nisha is an extremely unique one. And even though I thought I knew about her music and about her EP, Behave Yourself. Wait a minute. Let me say that again. Behave Yourself. I get it. Behave yourself. Sometimes I'm not like the brightest person in the room. I compare myself to that 4th grader who sits in the back of the class, just picks his nose. That was me. So you guys have to forgive my slowness sometimes. I'm just not the brightest crayon in the color box at all times. So yeah, yay me. All right, so I know, that I still have a way more to learn about her and her music, and we'll get that chance to do so through this interview. And we hope for success. The results, of course, will not be just a victory for me, but for us all. There's a ton of great ideas and explanations, and hopefully some great perspectives here from Nisha. So fully dig this interview. Check it out. We are live right now. Go ahead and text your buddy right now and tell them to tune in. So let's go ahead. Dive deep. Hey, Nisha, you're now live with all of us. How's it going?
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear.
You made me laugh so much because, when you read the EP title, the way that you laughed, that was every hope I had for that title, just that it would make you laugh, or that it would, create that moment where you kind of read something and then you read it again, and that was perfect. Thank you so much.
You are so clever, my friend. Like, I can't believe my idiot self got that. That's crazy. Once in a lifetime.
No, that was honestly perfect. I couldn't have planned that better. The way that you read it and then the way that it hit, that was like a gift. Thank you.
Yeah. Because when I was reading, I was like, wait, did I mispronounce that? And I was like, no, read it again. And I was, oh, behaviors. Oh, yeah. Wow.
You know,
so incredible.
You know those games you used to play as a kid, you know, where you would like write something down and you'd have someone read it and it would like, you know, or you would write like pen 15 on someone. You'd be like, let me write pen 15 on your hand. And then they would walk, you know, it's like that kind of, yeah.
So let's talk about that. Like, where did you get that idea from?
So behavior self, you know, I think it's the thing that we're told a lot is my parents are great. I love my parents so much, and they, but definitely, you know, it's like we're told as kids, just in school and by our parents, and we're told to behave ourselves. And I think that as you get older, you know, you kind of maybe ask yourself, well, what does that mean? And like, where do these rules come from? And, you know, who made them and what are they for? And, you know, what happens if I don't behave myself, or if I don't feel like myself is the thing that needs to behave the way everyone else is behaving. And so I think, I mean, that title, I was having a conversation and it just kind of popped out as like a joke, but it's kind of this idea that you have behavior, which is like, you know, the things that you say and do, and sometimes the habits or the conditioning that you have. And then there's this like self. It's what you were talking about with the tension, I think, with the possibility of who you are, and that kind of pulls, or that kind of creates a tension between the way that you're behaving and the part of you that wants to just keep growing and knows that there's more there, or there's more questions, there are edges that really need to be looked at in order for you to feel like a whole person, you know?
Right, yeah. And then a lot to say. I was stalking your Instagram a while back. Yeah, just getting a feel for who you are, and you're pretty radical. Not your normal, I don't know, I don't want to box you in, but your viewpoints are very strong, and it kind of fits your personality. Yeah.
Thank you. I love that. I mean, I think I've never been normal, and I think my favorite people, I just think we're learning that word, you know, is not as, it's a bit looser than, you know. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in what makes us free and what makes us feel alive, you know? And I don't know if that's normal or not, but
right.
Yeah, I want to try things. I think curiosity is part of the fun, you know?
Yeah, but when is it too far? Like, I don't know, you have like an artistic taste to the way you word things and say things. When is that too far? When does, you know, showcasing those opinions and lifestyles too far, in your opinion?
I think I don't know the answer to that question. I think that obviously, it, you know, not to cause pain to other people is important, to really respect other people's opinions and but I think art especially is an exploration of that question, if anything, you know? I was just reading a quote that said that the purpose of art is not to be a mirror to reflect reality, but it's supposed to be a hammer that you use to actually shape reality with. So I think for me, for myself, you know, that my work in like using ideas and concepts and lyrics and stories and metaphors that have existed for a long time, you know, like a story like King Midas, and to look at it from a different perspective, just to apply it to what we're experiencing now is interesting to me. How far is too far? I don't know. We'll see.
You're not a fan of the male chauvinists either, especially given like recent events with the Me Too movement. I seen one picture, I guess, like most of the men in the picture like had like fish head and alligator head or something like that.
Yeah, for Wendy.
Yeah, for Wendy.
Yeah. We chose a couple of images that we really felt like represented the disparity and the way that women are sort of objectified, and there's like this one guy that you're paying attention to and everything else is an accessory, and it kind of dehumanizes, and so we wanted to just kind of represent that sort of predatory nature that's really existed for women everywhere. And I think that came out, in Hollywood and in the entertainment industry, and I think there's more work to be done in that area, in the music industry, in everywhere for sure. I'm just not a fan of anyone that thinks they're better than anyone else and has some inherent reason, whether it's class or religion or money or gender or sexual identity, anything that you use to make someone else feel less than you or make yourself feel better than someone else. I'm not a fan of that. That's kind of where I stand.
All right, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that was my impressions of things. So, from your own, yourself and the ideas that you use in your music, what is Nisha all about?
Nisha is a lover and a mystic and a dancer.
I like that mystic.
And I think there's definitely, I would say the base of my lifestyle is about self-knowledge and about freedom, and the music comes from that in terms of what I look for. It's it's finding that right intersection between wanting to dance and feeling the music in your heart, and then having it make you think a little bit. And I think those two things it's just like a conversation. Like, that's an interesting conversation to me. That's an interesting experience for me. So that's what I'm trying to create. I'm trying to create that kind of environment for me and the listener to kind of talk about stuff,
Yeah. So what's going on this EP, Behave Yourself?
So we've got 5 songs. The first one is called Wendy. And Wendy is a retelling of the story of Peter Pan. Honestly, I was like literally laying in bed. I just finished working. I just finished studio. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes, when you're creative, I think you mentioned this in the beginning about how when you do the podcast, when you do this show every day, it's hard to kind of turn it off, and even when you have days off, your mind is kind of still shaping things or seeing things in that way. And I think I'd maybe seen a picture of Peter Pan or something, and I just started to think about the women in that story, and I started to think about Wendy and Tiger Lily and Tinkerbell, and how in the book their entire story is based on the guys, based on Peter Pan and their relationship with Peter Pan. So like Wendy's always kind of running around taking care of him, and Tinkerbell's given him all this magic, and Tiger Lily's in captivity, and she's this sort of object that Captain Hook and Peter Pan are fighting over. And, Wendy and Tinkerbell are jealous of each other. It's like the women, their whole goal was to get attention from the guys. They didn't have their own thing. And this is a story that I'd never thought about it that way, honestly. And it just, when it kind of hit me, because I'm very much a caretaker, like I love my friends and I love my family, and I want to make sure everyone's is good. So, but sometimes I think for women especially, it's automatically assumes there's a woman in the room, she's going to be the one taking care of things. And it's not bad, it's not wrong, it's not that we don't want to be nurturing, it's just that we want to be able to be everything, and it's that wholeness of our self-expression, right, that I felt like was missing from this story. And so I also just think that there's a culture around that I kind of wanted to call out. And it's funny because I think guys, a lot of my guy friends, even like my dad and my brother, when they listened to the song, they didn't really know how to be with it because of some of the things that I say, and the way that I speak, which is different. Like, as you're talking to me right now, you can see I really shape. I try to be very conscious about what I say, and I I needed the freedom to kind of let it out and have it not be so pretty, and have it like, I think women aren't allowed to get angry that way without it being labeled as hysteria or crazy. And these were things that I meant, and I was saying them in kind of a jarring way. But for me as an artist and as a human being, I think it's important, especially the work that you put out, I think it's important that it scare you a little bit. I think that it should force you to grow,
Yeah.
And that's what that for sure, that's what that was for me. So that was the first single. And then after that, sorry. No, go ahead.
No, I said go ahead. Well, I was just going to say, circulating, are you feeling the pressure?
In terms of?
Like,
pressure.
Yeah, like the pressure to succeed, when play counts come back, sales, all that type of thing, has to reflect in your work,
Yeah.
And getting the music out there, getting the word out there. Like, are you feeling the pressure to be successful with this EP?
I mean, I think that's always there. And, I don't think, as an artist, we make stuff to share our world with people. And, of course, we want people to be there and listen to it. And I don't think it's going to go away, especially if you want to connect with people and you want to achieve things and you're ambitious. I think it's a healthy thing. But I'm in it. Like, I don't, for me, it's not really like, I'm going to make music because it's the calling of my soul, and I get, it's for me, I think that pressure actually for many years kept me from releasing music, to be honest. Like, I put out a few songs a couple years ago, and then before that I put out a couple songs, but in between I would have these huge gaps where because I couldn't see the pathway to success, I just wouldn't put anything out immediately, or I couldn't see, it just didn't feel as definite as I wanted. And I think 2019 for me is about the joy of uncertainty for sure. And because when things are uncertain, yes, you don't know what's going to happen, but not knowing what's going to happen also means there's the possibility of, like, really quick. I mean, I was in the room with Frank Duke and Boy Wonder this year, and like, if you had told me that was going to happen, I would have freaked out, So it's. I think the joy of uncertainty for me, I'm starting to embrace the uncertainty as a possibility and not worry. Like, I think worrying about the numbers at this stage is sweating the small stuff, And I'm really focused on building music that I'm going to be proud of in 10, 15 years. Music that really is just the best that I could give, while I was here, and the best that I could do with the talents that God gave me, really.
Right, yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, yes, do I, like, sweat about it? Do I call my mom and cry once in a while? For sure. But I also, listen, I'm lucky, and I get messages. The people that do hear the music, I get messages. My favorite thing is when people send me the lyrics, when on Instagram or on Twitter, when they'll send me the lyrics that kind of just meant something to them. And those are the moments, like, I collect those. That's what kind of keeps me going.
Wow. Yeah, I bet that's an incredible feeling.
It is to just feel like someone really understood and resonated with it. Yeah, there's nothing better than that. That's why I can't wait to go on tour. So, that's all I want in 2019.
So how close are you to that goal?
We're working on it. I've started performing in LA. So I'm putting the show together. I'm going to be traveling. I'm writing in India for the first time, which I'm really excited about. So I'm going to go and perform a little bit and collaborate with a few artists out there. And then when I get back, I'm hoping to have a few dates in the calendar in June and July. So that's definitely where I'm focused on. Is the next EP is going to come out early February, like the first week of February. And outside of releasing that music, I'm really just focused on getting the live show together and I'm going to be playing on Instagram Live. I'm going to be playing once a week. I'll announce on my Instagram, but I'm just going to be getting on there and performing songs from the EP and just performing other stuff, kind of having some fun with it. So we're on the move.
Definitely. Who would be your ideal tour mate?
Who would be my ideal tour mate? Let me think about that. That wasn't on the list of questions y'all sent me.
No, it was not.
I'm open. I honestly can't say that I have that person picked out, because I don't have that space picked out yet. But I'm open. If you guys, if you're listening out there and you check out my music and you have an idea, definitely tweet at me at Nisha Music or hit me up. Let me know who you want to see me on tour with. That would be helpful.
Nice. That was a question from our chat room, by the way. It just popped up, so I was like, hey, perfect timing.
Oh, dope. Great question. Yeah, if you have any ideas. I have a couple of ideas, but I'm still putting together the live show. So, there are a community of girls that I perform with in LA who are just incredible entrepreneurs and really vibrant thinkers. And so I love the idea of building something out with them and kind of traveling with my friends. That sounds like a really good idea.
Right on.
For the moment. Yeah.
Yep. So we know that pop music has been like a staple in the scene for years. We've seen it evolve and become so many things. So many subgenres created. So what is the official genre of Nisha? Honestly, I don't know. For me, it's pop. It's definitely still pop. Yeah, and it's I think again, this is like, just as an artist in general, I really resist the labels of things, and because at the moment it becomes something, it can't be something else. And what's interesting to me is finding the intersectionality. I was born in Africa. I was raised to an Indian family, and then I was moved to America. In between, there was some traveling, and it's. I think as we allow ourselves to be as complex as we are, it's about the nuance pop. I don't know. Intersectional pop. Yeah. So
it's about the moment in between that I'm interested in, where things feel effortless, and it doesn't really have I think it's always going to be pop music for me,
Okay. That always works. I love pop music.
Yeah.
But going back to your background, you were born in Africa, raised in an Indian family, and then now you're in America, California.
Yeah. Now I'm in LA, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Pretty lucky. Yeah, I respect my parents now so much, They moved here, and they're in their 20s, and, with us, with 3 small kids, and that's really what Midas is about the journey and the experience of an immigrant and making the best out of nothing and making beauty out of nothing and creating a life. And, I think I really I see what my parents and my family did and where they came from and what immigrants are going through, even just the context of the conversation. And it's not right, these are the people who have built our world and continue to sustain it and support it, and we would be lost. And we're not very nice to the people that take care of, that take care of us and take care of our world. And that's what Midas is about. It's really about we are the people turning gold out of sand,
Yep. Okay, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So going back to pop, why that genre? You know, not R&B or alternative rock or EDM. Why that particular sound?
To me, pop music is about doing the hardest thing, which is about saying something completely unique in a new way that is also something that everyone experiences. And it's one of those weird things where you have to like almost get very specific. You know, like you have to kind of go into the most specific thing that you have in order to make something that everyone can relate to. And I think it's the hardest thing to do, but it's the thing that feels the best, because when it lands for everyone. And that kind of connection, for me, that's what music is about, right? It's about connecting people and connecting ideas that wouldn't live together in other, you know what I mean? In other spaces, you can put things together, and that's what's interesting for me. I think it just has the most room for creativity and invention, but you also have to like hit this mark of being able to communicate to a lot of people. That's why pop. That's why I love. It's the hardest thing, I think, to do.
Definitely. All right. So let's say that Midas didn't rack up like a ton of downloads, sales, or plays. Would that discourage you or lead you to change directions in the future?
I think I'm changing. I think like I'm going to continue to evolve. But again, I think music for me is about finding that space of tension, you know? And that, again, like the plays and stuff, it's something that I keep kind of one eye on, but it's not where my focus is for the music at all. My focus is definitely about storytelling, and it's definitely about finding the possibility of what it is, the best that I can give, you know? So I'm pretty vigilant about moving my focus to that space. I think you have to be disciplined about it. And not get sidetracked. You got to put your blinders on and not worry about what anyone else is doing, and make the stuff that moves your soul, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
It's,
contrast.
Yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's a simple, I think you have to have your own boundaries with stuff, you know, and you have to pick and choose your battles. And I just don't, life is too wonderful to sweat 1,000 ways, you know, or 10,000, or like, I think life is, people, there's just so much that's possible, that it's important to stay focused on what you're generating and what you're giving.
Definitely. So in contrast though, if it succeeds wildly and people can't stop listening, will that create some additional pressure, you know, when you're in the studio to record your next?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's a good problem, right?
Well,
yeah, bring it on. I'd love the pressure. Pressure makes diamonds, right? One.
Yeah, so I worked for Bone Thugs and Harmony, and they had the huge hit Crossroads. So every year the label would say, I want another Crossroads. I want another Crossroads. And they could never deliver a record with that much impact. Yeah. So it created, like, you know, super stressful pressure, and it still does, because they're still asking for, we want that Crossroads record from 96, you know. So that's what I asked that, you know, that pressure thing, it could be monumental when you have a huge hit and you're, you know, pounding your brain for a new one.
No, for sure. And I think a lot of artists experience that, and it can kind of be scary, right? Because it's definitely an industry where, you know, I put out a song as a writer. It was with Griffin and Millennium and Dea, and it was called Feel Good. And it was my first, like, major release as a writer. And, you know, I remember when it was coming out, it's just, you enjoy it, but you just don't know what's going to be happening next, you know? I definitely think that it's a difficult thing for any artist to face, and I hope to be lucky enough to experience that. And I think I tend to rely on people who've been through it before and seek out advice. And we'll see. I don't know. I'll work out a lot, probably.
You work out a lot.
I'll be at the gym for like 2 hours dealing with the stress. We'll figure it out. Like, I love making music so much. I love the experience of it. I love the people that I get to meet. I love the world so much. It's my passion. It's my husband. It's my, so I think I'm committed to it, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So does working out really help you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, working out, yoga, meditate. I think keeping your physical, like just keeping your health in order is really, really important because of how much uncertainty there is.
Yeah.
With I think being a creative, there's what you do, and then there's a lot of waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love energy problem for me. Instead of like winding down, I get all hyped up. Like, okay, let's go do something with these muscles.
Yeah. Do you like to work out?
Yeah.
That's great. It feels good, right? You feel the sweat and the burn. You feel accomplished.
Yeah. Wake up the next day all sore and like ready to hit it again.
But it's the good kind of sore. It's the kind of sore that means something good is happening.
Yeah, you made
not just like you drank too much or something. Exactly.
Yeah, you made improvements. Yeah.
Going up the hill.
So I was trying to make a comparison with music, but like I said, fourth grader, back of the class, didn't connect there. So moving on. So what is the greater picture like for Nisha? Is it Nisha or Nisha?
Nisha.
Nisha.
Yeah, Nisha. But Nisha is actually also pretty common pronunciation in India. So it could actually, it could be Nisha or Nisha. It just kind of depends. Some people go Nisha, some people go Nisha.
Yeah, totally. That's what I was thinking, because I knew that was an Indian name, and I've heard it pronounced before as so. Yeah,
and I've met Nishas before where I'll say Nisha and they'll be like Nisha, and I'm like, oh, I'm Nisha, and at least that way we can keep it clear. But exactly. The big picture is to make music, is to go on tour, is to keep making music, is to I'm collaborating internationally right now. I've been working with a label in based out of Paris called Studio Vova, the Seed, and they're a group of musicians and producers, and they're incredible. So I made a whole EP that I want to put out with them. It's actually called Paris, and I'm collaborating with the artists there. I've just I'm going to India to work. I was in Finland working last year. I just kind of want to collaborate with artists all over the world, and then keep putting my stuff out here. That's the big picture at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you going back to work there in India, or?
For the first time, actually. For the first time, I'm going to work there. Yeah, I met an artist here in LA, and we worked together, and we just really connected, and we talked to I just kind of talked to my family about it, and talked to my team about it, and it just seemed like a space that would be really nourishing, and I just want to go. I want to go and learn a lot too. I think it's been a long time since I've been back to India, and I'm interested in I want to take classical music lessons there, and just understand more about my own culture, my own identity, the music that I come from. My mom's a singer, My dad's a musician, so I grew up pretty much on Indian music and the Beatles. And I'm excited to just kind of dive back into it.
Yeah. Do you need this music connection to survive and just be you?
For sure. I mean, things feel simple to me. Like, even like trying to talk about the music or explain it, I feel like I always get something wrong, or I always miss something. But when I'm making music, it feels different. It just feels like it feels clearer to me. Yeah.
I mean, if you weren't doing music, or if you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing? Like, what other interesting things?
I don't think I'd be alive. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about that. I don't think I would have come in. I don't think I would have come into the world without it. Honestly, I grew up like I was harmonizing before I was speaking. I think.
Oh wow.
I think I would have been in that dimension or whatever in some way, you know. I mean, like, I like to cook. I like to play tennis. I love being with people, and I love talking. I love talking to people just on kind of one-on-one about their lives and connecting with people. So maybe something with people. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think. I honestly, I think I was made. I was made to do that. So that's what we did.
Love them.
Hello?
Yes. Did you hear me? Yes.
Hello?
Yes. There you go. I can hear you, but I don't think you can hear me.
Oh, I think I can hear you now. Hi.
Okay. Awesome. Hi.
Hi.
So I was saying that your music videos are lit. I love them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Did you direct those, or how did it go?
No, I didn't direct them. The first one was done by a brilliant artist in LA named Tomer. And the comic book concept, I knew I wanted something really kind of fun and sassy and a bit tongue-in-cheek, and I wanted a way to kind of show the lyrics. And the comic book idea was kind of his idea, and we put that together. We filmed in LA all day. It was crazy fun. I was getting up to antics. I was like running around, just interacting with people all over LA. So that was really fun to film. And yeah, the vibe was just so great. The crew on the video too, they were up for like a real party. Like in some of those photos, we were like really just we just partied, and we had a great crew to capture that experience in that environment. And then for Bad Sandy, this brilliant director named Emmy Morrell, who does a lot of my shoots as well, was the charge, and it was really important for me to work with a female director, and the whole crew of girls. A lot of them are my best friends in the city, and so that was another environment where we got together. We had a bunch of food, we got a bunch of rosé. It was the end of summer, and what I loved about making those videos was it felt very natural. We just kind of had the music going in the background, and we were just enjoying ourselves. And I wanted that to be really reflected in the videos. I wanted to really just be there with people and kind of show people what it would be like just to hang out together. And then I think for the next few, we're planning some stuff that's a little more glam, a little more artsy. Yeah, so I'm excited about the upcoming visuals as well.
Definitely. All right. So, live shows.
Live shows.
Anything coming up?
Coming up. I'm going to be performing in LA. I'll be posting all of the information, but I'm putting together an EP release show, hopefully in February in LA. And then right now, beyond that, there's nothing that's booked. But again, that's a focus for this year. So come hang out with me on social media, and I'll be performing on Instagram as well. I'm going to do Instagram Live and kind of just hang out and take requests and play some of even the records on the EP.
All right, another reason to stalk your IG again.
Definitely, guys. If you come to the socials, say hi. Let me know that you that you were here on this conversation. Would love to say hi to you. Love to connect.
Definitely. Awesome. So, what did you do for New Year's Eve? Like, how did you bring the New Year's Eve in?
I was in LA. I hung out with a couple of my friends. It was really chill this year, honestly. Last year I was in South Africa with a few friends of mine working, and last year we were at a music festival, and this year I've kind of been in the zone mode, and I went to a couple parties. It was fun, but I came home kind of early, and I hung out with my dog, and I called my mom, and I just took it easy. Yeah, it was good. It was chill.
All right.
So how did you spend New Year? Did you have a good New Year?
Well, mine was kind of, I don't know, it was weird this year. I spent it in a hotel in Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I'm a songwriter, so, the song was about losing my soul somewhere in Memphis. So, yeah. And I kind of like doing those kind of like doing those things, like when I'm writing a song about a particular thing, I like to go to the place. That way I can soak in the energy. So I was like, well, since I'm writing a song about Memphis, might as well be there. So that's what I did. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I love that. I know a lot of people said they kind of had a weird New Year this year. I think it was on a Monday too, and it's like everyone kind of knows they're going back to work at the end of the week, and it was just kind of a weird.
Yeah,
it's okay. We'll get it next year.
Yeah. Well, no, it'll be like on a Tuesday next year. It'll be weird again because it's the middle of the week.
You're right. We're just gonna have to light it up. We're just gonna have to make it lit. Lit Tuesday.
Lit Tuesday. We're going to coin
Tuesday. That's great. No, that's great. I love that about, being in an environment to soak up. I mean, that's totally what travel's about for me, is like getting to feel that energy of the place.
Yeah, but see, I'm such a geek that I just want to visit everywhere and kind of, you see someone walking on the street like, hey, man, what's your story?
Yeah.
Like, hey,
great.
tell me about yourself.
You're an
like,
empath.
Where did you come from? It's like, nah, man, you're weird. Get away from me.
So where do you want to go? What's top on your list?
Travel. This year, I'm going back to Jamaica. I'm not from Jamaica, but I have Jamaican blood. Part Jamaican, part Cherokee Indian, and African American. So I've been there once, and I gotta go again. Haven't been there in like years.
The music is so good down there. I have a friend who's finishing his album there, and just the musicians that they work with. Wow. It's just the energy there is so great for that. I look forward to hearing what you're going to write in Jamaica.
Yeah. All right. So, tell me about the first time you've heard your song being played by someone else, like on the radio in someone's car. Someone called you and they were playing your song in the background, just, oh, hey, my fan, and then
I think it cut out for a second again. Can you hear me?
Do I need to repeat the question?
Is it back?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I think there's like a... Yes, I'm here.
All right. Awesome.
Hello.
Awesome.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're back.
So,
so after I put out Wendy, one of my friends called me, and she'd gone to a party in New York, and she said that she walked in and they were standing on the table screaming and singing along to Wendy. And I mean, I think for me it's kind of disbelief, right? It's sort of like, you feel a certain way when you make this music, and then it's a privilege. It's for sure, like, that stuff makes me jump out of my skin. It makes you feel really connected, There was another time that the song that I wrote with Dea and Toby Gadd, Feel Good, I went to lunch with a friend of mine at a restaurant, and it was just playing out of the speaker, and it's very surreal, right? You kind of like look around, like you're like, does anyone? That's my song. So it definitely turns me into a 5-year-old. I very much geek out and get very, very excited by that stuff, for sure.
Definitely. All right, guys. After the music break, we'll be back to put Nisha in our traditional hot seat to hear her provide us with some vocals. Maybe she'll sing for us. Freestyle, rap, live instrument. You never know what these creative minds and vessels were producing in the spotlight. So when we come back, we'll find out if she has what it takes to be put on the spot of testing for true artistry and maybe even some hidden talents. But for right now, we have her hit song, Midas. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Go by the guy you twisted, the light you wouldn't miss this. A woman don't cry if you wanna go by. You're losing your mind if you think you know. I call you saying you think you brought the gold to my eyes, but every rock I roll turned diamond. And you know, bright as the sun, so can't you take what you want? I'm not enough. Don't think you bring the gold to my eyes. God, you still shiny new, but the things I brought you forgot, they all came from me. A woman don't cry if you wanna go by. You're losing your mind if you think you know. I call you saying you think you brought the gold to my eyes, but every rock I roll turned diamond. And you know, bright as the sun, so can't take what you want? I'm not enough. Don't think you bring the gold to my eyes. Move on in my way, have a nice day. I'll be spitting gold, I got balls of taste. Move on in my way, have a nice day. I'll be spitting gold, I got balls of taste. Who been serving up your pot of that gold leaf like OG? The young yogi got you holy like the remedy. Show you what you never see, turn it over magically. Like me and you is chemistry. Chemistry is destiny when God bring out the best in me. Never let me repeat until I'm ready to rest in peace. I'm talking trash in the treasury, pain in the buried pleasure, straight ruler, gotta measure. Ain't you ever seen a queen? You think you brought the gold to my eyes, but every rock I roll turned diamond. And you know, bright as the sun, so can't take what you want? I'm not enough. Don't think you bring the gold to my eyes. Move on in my way, have a nice day.
right, and we are back again. That was Nisha with her song Midas. I could listen to her all day. And if you want to as well, we have all the links, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, right in the description of this episode. So all you have to do is click the links. I typed them all out, all nice, neat, and pretty. So you don't have to worry about that. I did the hard part. Yes. Just click the link. They're hyperlinks. Okay? So guys, it depends. What is the best strategy for getting the most out of life? It depends. It depends on the moment. Depends on your skills, your personality, what you want, what you know, who you know, or my favorite, who knows you. There is never any right answer for everyone. Yet, there is always a right answer for you. No other person can tell you what the right answer is for you right now. There is no secret formula that works for everyone. It is up to you to be responsible for your own direction, your own actions, your own future, your own success and fulfillment. Take responsibility for your own unique destiny. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. But for right now, let's bring back the woman of the moment, Nisha. You're back live with us and in our hot seat. So what are you going to perform for us?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, I was thinking I would do, I'm putting out a song called Parade. By the way, I love that you said that there's something that's for you that's for no one else, and I think that's so important. Thank you for saying that. And I love that tone, the tone of that in this podcast of really empowering your listener. Thank you for having me on this.
You're welcome.
So I was thinking... I'm putting out a record called Parade, and it's about my story. It's about living in New York and kind of the work that I have been doing to get to this point. So I'm gonna do a verse from that record. You know you got a boss B. I write a check for a top B. 6 figures, no project. I was paying bills. I was crying in the crib like a faucet. Talking loud, playing house. I ain't lost. First off, you don't know who you're talking to. So before you cross the line, just remember, I've been walking through the rain and the snow. That's New York for you, though. 2 feet on the ground, 2 feet out the door. I'ma lead the charge like a parade. Sorry, I don't call you back, I'm on another wave. If you wanna f with me, you better mess with change. Every day I work, I make a year to celebrate. I ain't afraid to go, I ain't afraid to fail. I ain't afraid to go, I'm just afraid to stand still. I ain't afraid to go and I ain't afraid to fail. And I'ma lead the charge like a parade. And you're fresh like a pedicure, so never let what you get you insecure. Move ahead like it's time for you. Move ahead, cause it's time for you, yeah. And it's mind over matter, money on your mind cause it matters to a dime. Baby, close your eyes like, ooh, I can see the dream. Painted on the ceiling, it's a masterpiece. It's a penny dropper. I'm a gold-plated helicopter. Cut a track so high, I should be a chopper. Crisscross applesauce, I'm a teeny bopper. Got your grand on the gram. Tell me who could really stop you. I don't know what it costs. I just know I gotta put a lean in my walk because I'm through the talkers. Reminisce all you want, but I'm not the same. Honey got you hungry, now you're staring at the game.
Nice. And that's called Parade, right?
That's called Parade. Coming out. It's part of the EP.
Oh.
It's about taking charge of your life.
That is incredible. Very dope. So how about some highlights from the recording sessions of Behave Yourself? What was your favorite moment?
Oh man, the collaborations. Wow, Feli Ferraro is an incredible artist and writer, and she's singing on Bad Sandy. Fizzy Rocket is like one of my favorite upcoming artists. She's a rock and roll star, and she inspires me so much as a person and as an artist. All the producers that I got to work with on this record, you know, my mixing engineer, Ariel, is like incredible. My vocal engineer. I think just the people that I've had the chance to work with on putting this music together, they're the best in the game, you know? And it's just been a privilege to create on that level with them.
Okay.
Yeah. And all the sing-alongs. All the group vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything that you learned from this recording experience that you'll be able to take to the next record?
Patience.
Patience. Is that what you mean?
Patience.
Yeah. I could use a little bit of that myself.
Me too. Me too. Do they have that on Amazon yet? Do you know?
No,
Instant delivery.
So. Yeah.
Download it on your Kindle.
Yeah. I would definitely activate my Prime account again if it became.
Come on.
Like immediately.
2-day delivery of Patience.
Ship now.
No, yeah, just giving myself time, not feeling like I'm always running out of time for stuff, you know?
Yeah. All right. Any last words before we part ways? We're just at our hour mark, about 1 minute away.
Oh. Hey.
You did phenomenal. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very nervous on these things, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Listen, you are a rock star. That's how when I stalked your Instagram, watched your music videos, listen to your music, I'm like, this is a goddamn freaking rock star.
Yeah,
I'm nervous.
No, come on. No, thank you. No, seriously, but thank you so much. I really appreciate your having me on the show, and I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share some of my work and talk about it. And thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. Catch you soon.
Hey. Bye.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to theradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre-free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay, but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, dini-mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the number one rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.